Morning scrap fans, welcome to another video. I'm over here at my storage unit and I have taken all of this out of my unit, mainly fans, other bits and pieces. I'm going to take it home and scrap it out. I've also taken out the rubbish. There's a lot of plastic. This bin is full of plastic. Inside there is full of plastic. Over there is rubbish, junk carpet. These TVs, I'm going to take it to the transfer station. Yes, that's my plan. Another transfer station. I don't really want to break it down. These modems I'm going to take home to scrap. This is the situation. Looks good, but the bin has to come back here. Doesn't really look like much has changed, but there has been a little bit of progress. And slowly we'll get there. But for now, we're going to take what we have, scrap out what we have, and then go from there. I've set these fans up to break them down real quick. Just took off all their framework. Just before we head out today, I'll just quickly scrap these all out. We're going to go to the transfer station first to take in all this e-waste that my scrapyard won't accept. So let's get to it. We made it to our unit. On the way home from the transfer station, found these, this one, and this stuff, all at one stop. I thought I hit record, but I did it the opposite way. So there's a few little bits and pieces. It's probably actually gonna get in the way, but we'll see how we can. We'll see how we go. Oh, I have this as well. Some of that. Bit of this. I think the tactic in here today might be take anything that needs to be broken down, like this stuff there, and maybe take dirty aluminium to the scrapyard because it's bulky. Okay, give me a minute. Scrappers, it's been a couple hours. This is what we've achieved. I can walk in much further than I could before. There's still all of that madness waiting for me to sort. This is just tangly. In the back, man, we have broken down stuff. These are VCRs. I just chucked them. I'm not gonna undo them. There's nothing really good inside them. I'm gonna take this home, process this one too. Maybe I could capture that. The rest, scrap steel. Oh, this is, I need to break this down a little further. So I'll take it home. Also, I'm taking these home. I don't have the proper tool to open. They got that star bit. Oh, the roosters and the chooks. I'll take them home. It's not the real bucket of cords, but it's a bucket of cords. And these are the motors from this morning. All right, let's close up shop and head home. Quick update on Rickety. Rickety James has been sold. And he's still in the family because I sold it to my cousin. Yeah, my cousin's going to give this scrapping thing a go, so that has to be good, right? He's going to try to save some from the landfill, make a little money for himself, and Rickety's going to be active. So at the moment, he's on my way here. Sorry. At the moment, he's on the way here to take off everything that I have inside Junior. So let's have a look. Okay. I need this cleared, right? So I got to do some tanks. So the Cuzzy bro is going to take all the steel off to free up my trailer. So we'll just wait till he rocks up. Oh, just like that, the bro cleaned up. Oh, I had to go pick up my kids, so he came along and unloaded it while I was gone. What a gun. Oh, scrap fans. What's up, scrap fans? Welcome to another scrappy video. Today we're going to deal with these cords. I finally found some time. I dragged this out of my storage unit. What's left to do but get to snipping. It's a mixture of cords in here. Kettle cords, computer cords. What else is there? Microwaves, everything. This is my cord bucket. Most of these small little bits I'll just leave inside this main bin, like so. And these go there. Let's do it. What about rubbish? Oh, the original pot of cords. Rubbish. I used to have a pair of garden shears. Well, I still have them, but I used to cut up to there. But now I don't really bother. I just cut and move on with my life. Yep. So this in Australia is called mid-grade insulated copper wire. I think it's 40% copper or thereabouts. I think. I do try to keep some cords. The ones that I recognize that are like laptop cords, or there's a modem, laptop cords or something like that, I will keep that separate. Data cable, especially the blue and the yellow type, the type that you can clearly tell that it's data cable because of the color. They go as low grade here in my country, or where I'm at. A quick cord cutting sesh is a good cord cutting sesh. See how long this takes me. This is just scrap. It can go in here or in there. They're both going to the same place. Dirty pressing steel. Ooh, Kodak charger. Should I keep this one? It's like for a camera battery. Double check, maybe. Oosh. We also... why don't we answer some questions at the same time, eh? Boom, lad. This might work. Is that 100% battery? Sure is. Over here. Over there. Come here, come. Thank you. Oops, boom lad. Oh, we got the halo, the ring light. You know it's serious when the ring light comes out. But really it's freezing outside. Relatively freezing. According to me. I know it snows in places in the world and that's actual freezing, but right now, here, for us, it's cold. Okay, here's some more of that data cable. Okay, quickly. Deadfoot. Wow, 4 months ago. Deadfoot asks, are you guys required to wear the safety shirts there? Or is it just good habit that most people follow? Definitely not required to. You don't have to wear it at the scrapyard, but it helps. Helps the forklift driver see you and the excavator driver see you. I actually like wearing it in the street because people, when they see me, they kind of leave me alone because they think that I'm meant to be there. Because the council workers, the guys that collect the rubbish, they wear the same colors, bro. So, yeah. Inside here is a good transformer. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're not. You just got to bash. Close your eyes. Oh my gosh. Come on, brah. There it is. Was that worth it? I'm not sure. Not really. There you have it. Transformer. What does it weigh? Like 200 grams. It all adds up. Okay, this is from a microwave. probably open that, but not today. Scrap steel. More scrap steel. Oh, this is vacuum cleaner cord. One of my favorite cords. Oh yes, thank you, Deadfoot. Next one. Can I ask what you do with the modems and that you are collecting? Just interested. Carol. What I do is I bring them home like this, in a stack like this. Hopefully that you can see that. And break it down into... Oh, there's a tub full. Well, it would look similar to this. Tub full of mid-grade boards. Generally, all modems like that have a mid-grade board inside them. Something like that. I don't know if that passes as mid-grade. We're calling it mid-grade. Ben will give us an education if it's not mid-grade. He's always fair. He's always willing to educate. Beauty. So yes, I scrap the modems, but thank you for the question. Borlag. What does tire recycling look like in your end of the world? Over here, it's a nightmare. Well, Borlag, it is, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, it is exactly the same over here. It is not easy to get rid of tires cheaply. You can pay the tip or the transfer station. They will recycle for you, but you have to pay them. Or we have our own hard rubbish piles that we book. We have 2 free bookings a year, and we can put up to 4 tires each booking. So I know that's one way to get rid of tires, but they don't really recycle them. They just chuck it in the back of the truck and crush it. And it still goes to landfill. But I have in the past, when I had a whole lot of tires, I even asked my neighbors if they're not going to throw them out themselves, if they're not going to add tires to their own pile. They happily allow me to add my tires to their pile. But really, it's not a good solution. It's not a solution. Brah, relax with the rev. Our neighbor's got a really cool car. He loves it. He must got a new exhaust. Oh, these AV cables. What is this? This thing. All right, sorry, next question. Just me. Hello from the great state of Texas. I do have a question though. Do all blokes in Australia wear shorts year round? Or does it ever get cold enough to warrant wearing long trousers? Keep the videos coming. Just me. No, not all blokes wear shorts year round. A lot do. A lot of the tradesmen, they wear shorts all year round. I like shorts. I don't hate pants. I will wear long trousers if I have to. But generally, I like shorts. It doesn't get that cold here. Well, it can get cold, but when you're working out in the street, I don't get cold. I get hot. Start sweating. But yes. I love wearing shorts. Do you drink coffee? From Janae. Janae, I'm gonna say Janae. Do I drink coffee? No, I don't drink coffee. I love coffee. I love the taste, I love the smell. I can't handle it. I will be bouncing off the walls. I won't be able to sleep. So that's the reason I don't drink coffee. If I'm gonna have coffee, it has to be first thing in the morning. If I have it after 1 p.m, forget about it. But thank you. Vandal. Hey, buddy, what does GST mean? I've answered him. But for anyone else wondering, GST stands for Goods and Services Tax here in Australia. I think they have it in New Zealand as well. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's a tax from the gov. Got to pay the GST. Ah, this is headphones. Usually headphones I don't bother with. I just put them in low grade. That's our low grade. See, low grade also has this computer cable wire, ribbon wire, fiddly stuff. Oh, even see that one? It's worth keeping that the way it is because it's heavier. Anyway. Vandal Vlogs. Thank you, sir. Carol, again, have you ever tried to scrap Christmas lights? Just curious. No, I don't think it's worth the time. So, I haven't tried. Could you tell me what heavy metal insize is, please? That's Grant. Grant, yes. Heavy metal insize is something that is less than 1 meter long and more than 3 mil thick. So, brake rotors is an example. Springs from cars, just the spring, not the shock inside it. Just the spring is another example. Barbecue hot plates. That's another example of insize. So, thank you, Grant. Christoph, great video, thank you. Why don't you take off the brass sockets from the plugs instead of throwing them into the washing machine? Seeing the amount of cord you get, you could easily fill up a 10-kilo bucket quickly and make some good... Oh, okay. He's talking about the brass plugs in here. I said previously, I hurt this wrist years ago. When I was back in the islands, I fell off the back of a motorbike and I put my hand out and it sort of jarred my whole wrist and it's never been the same since. I never went to see anyone about it. Typical male way to handle it. She'll be right, but it's not right. So when I twist plugs for too long, like this, when I twist them too long, it gets sore. It's not that hard. It's not that bad to begin with, but after a while, mate, it's painful and not worth it, in my opinion. I thought about boiling it, but it seems like a lot of effort, eh? In my opinion, seems like a lot of effort. I'll have to do a test one day just to be sure, but it does seem like a lot of effort. Thank you for the question. Next one. Adley, or is that Adley? I'm gonna say Adley. What's considered low-grade wire? Oh, like I said, ribbon wire, anything that still has the plug on it. Data cable is considered low-grade here in Aussie, or where we are in Aussie. Yeah, that is low-grade wire here. This ribbon stuff. Yeah. Well, if I left all these plugs on, this whole thing would be low grade. But we don't want to do that. Thank you, Adley. Liam, I enjoyed the video. What tools do you recommend for a newbie getting into scrapping? Okay. I think I probably did answer this, but for anyone else wondering, this is the #1 tool. A good pair of side cutters. This isn't a really good pair. There's better out there with longer, you know, that are longer and have more, what's that called? Leverage? Is that what it's called? Leverage? Anyway, yeah, a good pair of these. There are cheap ones at our hardware store, but you can tell when they're cheap. They're not fun to deal with. See this? This is better to keep as low grade because it'll be heavier as low grade if I left these on than to cut that off. You know what I'm saying, eh? Boom. Look at this fiddly microwave wires, eh? Gotta cut the plugs off. This is definitely from a microwave. Looks like I just ripped it out. I wasn't mucking around this day. See, this is getting fiddly. This almost feels like I should just chuck it in as low grade. Okay, no plugs. Oh, some more plugs. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Here's what it is. Okay, next one. Thank you, Liam. Donna, this is just a question, okay, but when you get batteries out of little cars, why do you never cut the wires? You lose so much copper wire that way. Just wondering. I'm not sure about so much copper wire. There's a little bit in there. And to be honest, it's become a bad habit of mine. See, I had a cheap pair of side cutters. And guess what? They were a nightmare to use. And especially in closed quarters, like inside the little battery bay of a car, a toy car. Annoying it was to me. So I usually skip it. And I've just become used to skipping it. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth, even if I had good nips or side cutters, I still don't think it's worth it. Faffing about trying to take that little bit of cord out. Just, that's in my opinion. Come on, bro. These headphones, bro. These blasted headphones. Get off, cuz. Okay, headphones. Low grade. Next. Thank you, Donna. Alicia, do you strip the cords before cashing in? I haven't actually. I've never. I have a bucket of, oh, there's some there. I don't know if you can see that. I have a little bit of really high grade cable. You know, the type that when you bend it, it stays like that. So there is some I have lurking about, probably in my storage mostly, but I haven't had the chance to strip it. I don't have a stripper. One day, I wish. But for the moment, no, I don't have a stripper. Okay, Lisa asked, are you from Aotearoa? No, I'm not. Aotearoa is New Zealand. I'm not from New Zealand. My missus is from New Zealand. She's Māori, but no, I'm from the Cook Islands. I was born in Rarotonga, and I arrived here in Australia when I was about 2 years old. Very long time ago. But love New Zealand. It's beautiful. Can't wait to go back there. Wayne, my man Wayne. Great load today. Curious, where in Australia are you? I'm in Melbourne, bro. Melbourne, southeast suburbs. Love Melbourne. What's my favorite thing about Melbourne? Melbourne Storm. Nah, we got good food. Very good food. Anyway, thank you, Wayne. Deadfoot again. You haven't shown Facebook pickups lately. Did you quit doing those? Yes, I did. It was too overwhelming. I couldn't keep up. So I stopped. I slowed down. I haven't stopped completely. I still do a pickup here and there because people still contact me, the ones that I've visited before, and they have more stuff to pick up. So yeah, it was too much. But thank you, Deadfoot, for the question. Get off, cuz. Andra, hello. Can I ask you what camera and microphone you use? Your quality is so cool. Oh, I use a GoPro 8. That's all I got. I got a GoPro 8, about 3 batteries and a separate battery charger. But that's about it, bro. The microphone is a built-in microphone, but I have a sock. Oh, whoops. Where did that go? I have a sock that covers it. I'll put a photo of it here. I have a sock that goes over the whole GoPro, and it protects from the wind, and it is a game changer. I'll leave a link in the description below, but it changed the game. You'll notice some of my early videos, oh, it's unbearable how windy it gets. I have been keeping these, but I don't know if I'm going to continue keeping them. So I know Ben buys these, but I can't remember the price. Hoping to visit him soon. Okay, but thank you, Andra. I would love to get an upgrade to the new GoPro, whatever number they're up to, but for now it's working, so I don't need to change it. Thank you. Dorothy, why would you cut the wires off things that others might be able to use? It just seems very selfish. Dorothy, I'm not sure if you're up to speed of what's actually going on here. Whenever I head out to the hard rubbish piles, whenever I go out, I go the day that the truck picks up. So people have had the whole week to sift through and grab whatever they like. But I arrive, like I said, just before the truck comes. Sometimes we arrive at the same time. You might have seen them in some of the videos, but I generally try to stay ahead of them so I can, you know, so I can pick some good stuff up. But for the most part, yeah. Where is this going to go? Is that a low-grade board? I think that's a low-grade board. Low-grade board is not worth selling. Low-grade boards here. Yes, so I would much rather save the cord from the landfill than let it go into the landfill, because no one else is going to come by and pick it up before the truck comes. Unlikely that will happen, because it's like I go during work hours. So during like a Monday or a Tuesday, everyone's at work for the most part. So there's that. And I don't know if it might not show up in the videos, but a lot of the time people say, why did you cut the cord off that? That would be worth this, that. You can't see the condition. It doesn't really show up in the camera, because a lot of the time it is totaled, munted, very, very poor condition. But people say, oh, you're crazy, you shouldn't have cut that cord, because the condition was rough. But yeah, probably the camera doesn't really show it up as well as it could. Anyway, who was that? Dorothy, thanks for the question. Carol, do you ever take things to a flea market, and are you strictly scrap? I have this. This is my flea market section. All these shoes. Shoes. Probably not the gardening tools, But yeah, there's toys, just knickknacks in there. There's more on here, but yeah, I am saving for the market. I'm hoping to go soon, actually. I have been before COVID. I haven't been since. When COVID hit, it was hard to tell when they were open and the rules, and you had to be double vaxxed and all this stuff. There was too many hoops, and the numbers weren't at the market. There weren't many people there. But I think now it's okay. It's pretty much back to normal here in Melbourne. But thank you, Carol. Is he scrapping or just looking? Melissa, I don't know what you're saying. I'm scrapping and I'm looking. I'm looking to scrap. Thank you, Melissa. Who's that? Charles Justice. I have 2 questions. Do you ever run up on any of the poisonous snakes I've heard you all have so many of in your work? No, I've never seen a snake while scrapping. Also, I keep hearing a bird in your videos, but I have no idea what it is. Is it native Aussie? There's so many birds. There's so many birds. I'm not sure. One of the more distinct or unusual sounding birds is a magpie. I'm not sure if magpies are overseas. Very common here in Melbourne. And they have a unique sound. And it's really nice, actually. I like that sound. It reminds me of walking home or walking to school in the morning, and the magpies will be up and about. Whenever I hear one, that's what it reminds me of. It's pretty cool. What the hell? Plastic. What is this? I should just cut that off, eh? Yep. Okay. Jeff, how come no resale for the golf clubs? Golf clubs aren't my game, bro. I wish they were. I want to learn, but I know very little about it. Yeah. I need to learn that. You are right. Every day I'm learning something new, so one of these days I'm going to learn golf clubs. But thank you for the question. Boom. Okay. Lee, how are there so many piles in just a 5-kilometer radius? Hardly find any around my area. I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is. It's crazy. But we live in such a throwaway society that people would much rather just chuck stuff out and buy a new one than try to fix it or try to sell it and get a little bit of money for it. Yeah, it's kind of sad, eh? This thing probably won't break it open. Let's break this one open. This one time, let's break this open. Nah, too much effort, cuz. Let's keep it moving. Oh, I like this cord. This is a laptop type cord, but it's got one of these funny plugs on it. What country is that? Can you see that? How can you? Here. Can you see that plug? What country is that plug? No idea. Whoosh. Chunky thing. Oh, look at this little thing. I'll keep that as a low grade. Okay, next one. Scrapping with kids. Shout out to Scrapping with Kids. What are you doing with the DVDs, brother? I find them in boxes all the time, but I don't really bother to pick them up. Oh, I have a DVD guy I met him through Facebook. I just put a whole bunch of DVDs, like 400 or something like that. And he responded to the ad. We met up and we had good chat. We had a yarn about this and that, and he's now my DVD guy. He's also my laptop charger guy, my remote control guy, and I pick up e-waste because he also runs a computer repair shop. Him and his son, I think. But yes, that's what I do with DVDs. Thanks for the question, brother. Tracy and S, how many days a week do you scrap and how many hours a day? Okay, it's kind of changed recently. I used to, for the most part, only go twice a week. Usually a Monday and a Tuesday. Because then after Tuesday, the truck, to stay ahead of the truck, it's so far away from my house that I just thought, nah, it's better just to stick to Monday, Tuesday. And each day I try to keep it 3 hours in the street and 1 hour back and forth to the scrapyard. So 4 hours all up each day. So half a day, roughly. But yeah, that's how long, and that's what I do. Thank you for the question. Holy Wisdom 1. I really don't understand why you're going to the scrapyard. Why don't you pick up every piece of metal? Other scrappers leave nothing behind. Yeah, I'm not other scrappers. I certainly am not other scrappers. I am unique to myself. There's a whole range of reasons, eh? A lot of the time it's not worth it. They're like little thin bits of metal. I'm also spoiled for choice. Now if you notice, we have an abundance of hard rubbish out here. So I try to make it worth my while by grabbing the thicker metal stuff than the smaller, not worth it metal. Yeah, that's that. I really don't understand why you're going to the scrapyard. Why don't you pick? Yeah, I don't. It's not. Picking up every bit of metal is not worth it to me. Also, I like to, my philosophy is to cover more ground over anything. That's the main goal. Cover more ground. Put myself in front of as many piles as I possibly can. That increases the chances of finding something cool, like laptops, like mobile phones, like Xboxes, like car batteries, like what else is, like alloy rims, like really good bikes that I can resell easily, like really cool shoes. You know, if I spend time, if I bog myself down in grabbing every single bit of metal, that would mean I would visit way less piles during the day or during my run. So yeah, I'll visit way less. Instead of visiting 20 piles, I'll visit 10 in the same amount of time. So I hope that answers your question. But thank you anyway for asking. Christine Grey Wolf. Are there thrift stores in Australia that items can be donated to? Yes, there are. There are, and I often do. I usually have at least a bucket every month, one, sometimes every fortnight. But we certainly do donate what we can. That's from a car. It looks low grade-ish. Yeah, leave it as low grade. Boom. Thank you, Christine. Vinny Nowhere. What does the scrapyard give you for the grill plates? They are in size. In size is like 53 cents at the moment per kilo, I think. Yeah. That's what they give my bro. Are you ready for the start of the footy? Yes. Oh, this is from a month ago, yes. Vinny is a Rabbitohs fan. I'm a smell. Uncle! My uncle's ringing me. Pause. Scrappers, my apologies. Catching up with my uncle. Where were we? Joe Thompson. Why not wear cord cutter sheath? Why not wear cord cutter sheath? Oh, for my... No, I don't need a sheath. I've got these shorts. I don't know if you can see. My shorts have this little pocket here. I hope this is showing up on the camera. I've got this little pocket here. And I usually, where is it? There it is. I usually put my pocket knife that I received from John right there. Boom, lad. We are ready to scrap. So, yeah, a sheath, you know, I don't want to put too much stuff on me. Like, I want to travel light. Like, the pocket knife is like the max. This and the pocket knife, that's maxed out. I don't want to carry too much, you know, more than that. I want to stay light. Light on my feet, light on my toes. You know what I mean? So, thank you, Joe. Next. Jeff, again. Jeff Svatek. Question. Have you ever given someone a gift you found picking? Yes, all the time. Yes, actually, I give... I've given bicycles to the kids in this neighborhood before. Couple bicycles. Gifts. What's another? Oh, my dad. I gave my old man the he receives a lot. I don't know if I'm actually giving it to him or he's taking it out of my truck and saying it's mine now. But he took those Bain Maries that I recently found. He bags them. He claimed them. Oh, this is old as cord. Chunky. So thank you, Jeff. Robinson, Great Hall. I like your tattoo. What is the significance? This is a tattoo. It's a distinct tattoo that represents the island where I'm from, where our family is from. I'm gonna cut myself there. Yeah, it's called Ruru Rima. I'll put it there. Ruru Rima. It means, loose translation means a Mangayan shield. Yeah, my family is from the island of Mangaya in the Cook Islands. So that's what it means. Apparently the warriors back in the day used to, they all had one. They all had one, and it was to protect them like a shield. Protect them like a shield does. So there you go. That is my tattoo. There's so many other males from my island that have exactly the same tattoo. And the tattoo artist will not put it on you unless you have the correct heritage type thing. He asks you questions, or you just tell him your family. I just told him my family and where they live. And he goes, "Ah, oh, sharp, bro. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. I know them. Blah, blah, blah." And he hooked me up. So thank you, Robin. Heather Murray, do you open up the washing machine and tumble dryer before taking it to see if there is any money or jewelry in the bottom? Yes, I look. I don't like go out of my way. I usually open up the pump, or when I smash the pump motor out, a lot of the time the coins will end up in that pump assembly. Yeah, if I notice it, yeah, I grab it, but I don't actively open it searching for coins and jewelry. Now, thank you for the question. Okay, what's next? It looks like a Greek or a Russian name. Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. What is the name of the company of your side cutters? Oh, these ones. These are Irwins. Can you see that? Irwin. Irwin side cutters. They're okay. They're sort of mid-range. There's some better ones like Nipex and this other German brands. I think like this, it's just longer. It's just slightly longer. So it has more, is it leverage? I think it's leverage. It cuts better. But thank you for the question. Tracy again, can you recommend a channel that I follow? Yes, probably. What are my favorite go-to channels? E-Waste Ben, 100%. To me, he is the GOAT. He's the reason why I do this. I learned so much from him. Visiting him in real life, actually, I learned so much in just a short amount of time. He's really generous with his time too. And yes, I would recommend his channel. The second channel, I like Dub Print is also something that I do enjoy watching. Dub Print. I also like Vid Vulture. I think me and Vid Vulture's, a lot of his philosophy is similar to mine. Not all of it, but a lot of it is covering ground and whatnot. Oh, of course, I cannot forget Vandal Vlogs. I remember the day he shouted me out one day, and my phone kept dinging because replies or people were commenting saying that Vandal sent me. But yeah, especially his latest series, the Diary, Scrapman Diaries, really enjoying that one. So if you aren't already onto Vandal Vlogs, check out him and his Scrapman Diary series. Next. Maggie, when you come across some of those huge piles of trash on the curb, is it because people are being evicted? Probably. Sometimes, yes. If there's a for lease sign at the front of the house, probably. They were renters and they're being kicked out. But it's not always the case, but yeah. There are some massive piles down here. People actually accumulate so much rubbish, like junk, or I shouldn't say junk or rubbish, so much stuff. So a lot of it's still good. But yeah, some of the piles here are gigantous. But thank you for the question, Maggie. John Adams, why don't you take all the scrap on the curb? I answered that question before. Covering more ground, brah. Why don't you take the barbecues? In my opinion, they are a waste of space. Especially when I had Rickety James, my smaller trailer. My smaller trailer. They just took up a lot of space and they're not even heavy, bro. So I just take the good bits out. The plates and the gas regulator. I take those out because we wouldn't want those to go to landfill. Yeah, not a huge fan of barbecues. And they're just, yeah, awkward, I find. But mainly because they don't weigh very much. Cord. Boom. 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 Okay, thank you. Marikin. Sorry, not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Justin, what's collecting the gas hose connectors? What's with collecting the gas hose connectors? Are they brass? I never collect those. Maybe I should. Yes, you should. It's really easy to bust them open. Let me just see if I have one here. Do I? Oh, yeah, I do. Come on. Fix that later. Yes, usually take that off. Well, sometimes that right there is an Allen key. This one is not, so this one you just got to grip it and twist. Let me try. Let's try with this. Nah, that's just breaking it. Need to put it in the vise, but yeah, if you get a good grip on that and twist, it should come out. And then you got this chunky bit of brass and this chunky bit of brass, and this is the rest of it is aluminium breakage or irony aluminium. I was gonna chuck it there. So what was the question again? Maybe you should. Yes, you should collect them, Juzzy. Collect them. Jamie, do you ever? Oh, sorry. Do you have your eyes on a new wagon yet? Curious. What is the minimum wage there? Oh, minimum wage? I don't know exactly. I'm assuming it's like $18, $16. I'm not sure, to be honest. Good question. Maybe I'll pop it up right there. Okay, apologies. Battery went flat. Where's the gloves? Jamie asks, do you have your eyes on a new wagon yet? No. No, I'm happy with what I have at the moment. I would love a van. A van that opens both sides, slide doors. But it's not priority. But I would love one. A new wagon would be awesome. But thanks for the question. Jeff, again, just curious, how come you do only 2 hours at a time? Busy, bruh. This isn't my job. This is just a hobby. So any time I spend out there is taking away from my job that I always have to make that time up later. So that's the reason why. Mark, Polly, when you scrap, is it daily, weekly? Do you have another job? I've answered those questions, I think. Old BMWs lover, do you know how to open up microwave transformers? Because if you don't, I got a trick how to. I've seen how to, but the time is a consideration, and the way I'm set up, I'm not really set up. I don't have a hydraulic press. That'd be amazing, but I've seen people just use a hammer and just whack it once, or chisel. I know there's other ways, but to be honest, the price of motors and transformers is enough for me to just sell them as is. But maybe in the future, I would love to do that, but just not right now. But thank you. Thank you, Beamer. Oh, Beamer again. What do you do with DVD players? I take out the mid-grade boards. Actually, look, I did it today. Here's some, I don't know if you can see that. Some DVD shells. That's a set-top box. Yeah. I take out the mid-grade boards and I sell them to E-Waste Ben. Jeff, again, bikes can be good scrap if the frames are alley. As they sit, you get dirty alley. Just curious, what do you get for clean alley versus dirty? Dirty alley recently was like 66 or 55 cents per kilo. And I think clean alley was like $1.30, roughly. It's almost double, or just over double, I think. Something like that. But thank you for the question. Brad Sparks, does Manhari or your secondary scrapyard take the Christmas lights as low-grade wire? If so, it could be worth stockpiling separately for when you go there. Yeah, I have thought about that, and I may do that. I'm just going to ask the scrapyard that's around the corner from my other one, Metalmen. I'll ask them if they do, and if they do, then that may well be the path that I take. May well be. But thank you, Brad, for the question. A fine liner. Today was quite quality, not quantity. Wait, let me just. A fine liner asks, did you check to see if that small square water heater you got from that dumpster, did you check it to see if it might be good to scrap out? Yes, it's actually sitting right over there. So I haven't scrapped it out yet, but I will. I've got 2 of them actually. It's kind of dark over there, but I've got 2 of them. And one day soon, we shall scrap them out. and see if it's actually worth picking them up. Thank you for the question. Pauline Braun, how many times a week do you go scrapping? I've answered this. Twice, usually. Twice. Oh, FB asks, what are you doing with all these IBC containers? With all those IBC tanks, it's very simple. I sell some, I give some away, and I keep some for myself. That's the long and short of it all. The tall and short of it all, that's the long and short of it all. Anyway. Yes, so those IBCs, I sell some, I keep some, and I give some away. That's what I do with those. A lot of people with farms like to buy them. A lot of people with they want to make garden beds out of them or store water in them. That's what they usually sell for. Next, Danilo Garcia Cruz Jr. Why leave the bikes? Tangly, brah. They get tangly, make headaches, work smarter, not harder. That's basically what it comes down to. But usually at the end of a run, I like to top up with bikes, just chuck them on top. Yeah, they are, I don't know. I'm still finding my way with bikes. Andrea, hi, I have a question. Your trailer you used to scrap with, did you make that? And what kind of truck you have? No, I didn't make that. We bought it like that. My dad just put the cage around Rickety. I think that's the one she's referring to. And the truck is a Nissan D22 Navara. Thank you for the question. Cyrus Wood, have you ever had problems with people telling you not to cut the cords? What an awesome... Okay, yeah, no. Not in the street. No, I haven't had anyone come up to me and say don't cut cords, but definitely in the comments. Definitely in the comments. But I think a lot of people in the comments don't realize that the truck is basically right behind me. Basically. So I save what I can from the landfill. I mean, you've seen the truck in the videos sometimes rock up right when I'm there. But yeah. Thank you, Cyrus, for the question. Scrapping with kids again. How about tipping trailer? I know it's a few grand on top, but would make unloading yeah, too expensive. I would love to one day get a tipping trailer. Definitely. Hugman's Grill. Mate, do you strip cords for copper? Not yet. One day maybe, but not yet. I've already answered that one. What are white goods? Appliances? Correct. They are appliances. It's a common term used here in Australia. White goods, appliances. Fridges, freezers, washing machines, dishwashers. I don't know, they call them white goods. Jeff also asks, are you going to try and sell Mr. Rickety? Oh, this is old, eh? I have sold Rickety to my cousin. So it stays in the family. He's active though. He's in these streets. If you do see him out on the streets and his owner is making a mess, tell him to put his socks up. Tell him to pull his socks up. Cyrus asks, how do you avoid the AC chemical from spraying on you? I do not want to open ACs for that reason, because letting the Freon out over here in Australia is illegal just to do that. I know a lot of people do it, but not me, bruh, not me. Michelle asks, do you ever get pots and pans that are in great condition as they sell for good money if the brand is right? I do look out for like Le Creuset, certain types, yeah, but not, to be honest, no. Most of the ones here are like IKEA or Kmart, generally. But Michelle, thank you for the question. Robert asks, your trusty fans and ironing boards will always be there. Gots to ask, what is it with shoes? Robert asks, what is it with the shoes? I sell them. Strange to me that a lot of people don't know about secondhand shoe market. It's humongous. Secondhand shoes is a humongous thing. yeah, a lot of people have asked similar question. Why do I grab shoes? What's with it? What is it with the shoes? Because you can make money selling them. Basically, people will still buy secondhand shoes. Hey, these are some old ass cords, bro. That doesn't go there. Oh, we're nearly done. We're almost there. I'm gonna have to tip this out because I can't bend down. Well, I don't want to get a sore back, eh? Gotta look after the back, bruh. Okay, next question. Country 2, I've got a question I hope you will answer. Do you guys ever have yard sales like we do all summer long? Yes, we do have yard sales here. I don't think we have as many as you guys do, because you guys in the States, I think you're from the States. I know in the States they do Fridays as well. We don't do Friday. It's usually Saturday, Sunday. I think it's very rare to have a garage sale on a Friday in Australia. But yes, we do. We do. Paul Smith asks, are these piles of rubbish from all the houses on the street or just from one house? Usually just the one house. Sometimes when it's a group of flats, then it's a larger pile. But generally, around my area, there's not many flats. Generally, it's just one house. Thank you, Paul. Gail, how come you don't take the vacuum cleaners? They have motors. Oh, I don't really want to mess with vacuums, eh? First of all, my yard does not accept vacuum cleaners, so I can't take them into them. And, oh, there's no plugs on that. Yes. And just as generally, they're dirty. I remember I plugged in a Dyson recently and it stank out the whole house. Smelled like dog, bro. Smell like straight dog. Wet dog, you know? So, yeah. Don't really want to be messing with vacuum cleaners if I can help it. But thank you for the question, Gail. Oh, is that it? Oh, we've reached the end. Can't believe that's the end. That's the end. Okay. The Q&A is done. We're nearly done this bin. Let me just pull this out real quick. I'll just tip it, eh? Great. It's kind of made a mess. Okay, let me just clean up, real quick. Okay, good enough. Let's smash this out. Look at this big fella. Humongous. I wonder how much all this weighs. What is that? Plastic. Okay, that looks good. And there we have it, we are done. Lovely. Why don't we weigh it? Let's weigh it. Yep. Oh, bend your knees. What do you say? Oh no. How many kilos is that? Uh, 21 kilos? Yes, 21 kilos. Roughly. Oh my gosh. 21-ish kilos. What's the current price? $3.74, I think. Let's have a look. Okay, let's do it. 21 kilos times 3.74. It's about $80 worth right there. Took me less than an hour. Is it less than an hour? Yes, less than an hour. Okay. If you made it this far, I thank you. I thank you so much. I appreciate you sticking with and following along. That'll wrap it up. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. Thank you again for watching. Appreciate you. I will see you in the next one.